What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your girl, Queen Talks Crime. First of all, I want to say thank y'all for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit that post notification bell so you'll know every time I post a new video. I hope everyone is staying warm and staying safe because it's just very cold. We got ice storms and snowstorms going around all over the place. Right now, where I am, I'm pretty much snowed in, been snowed in for the past 4 or 5 days. I know it's bad in Texas right now. It just all over the states it's been ice storms and snowstorms. So y'all please stay safe, stay warm. All right. I hope everybody is stocked with food and the necessities that you may need because it is very cold outside. So y'all just stay warm, and I'll pray for anybody that is snowed in or is impacted by this weather at this moment. But for the most, let's go ahead and get into the video. I'm going to say I'm still praying and wishing for the safe return, whether, dead or alive, or in an orphan. I'm going to continue to pray for God's will to be done for these babies. And I'm going to be bringing y'all so much content. So make sure you hit that notification bell so you'll know every time I post a new video. Okay, because it's so much things I want to say, so much things I want to bring y'all, because I think outside the box, and I want to, just open y'all's eyes and brighten y'all's horizons when it comes to this case, because like I said, we don't know anything when it comes to this case. Nobody is talking. We know what we do know from the source, and possibly, and from the little things that we do know from the interviews from the police, and the chief. So we know a little bit of things that we kind of have an idea, but like I said, it's just so much information I would like to bring and things like that. So I wanted to do a CPS video because there's a lot of people out there that believes, CPS is corrupted and allegedly corrupted. Let me say allegedly corrupted, and the police force is alleged corruption. Okay, now, my take on it, like I already said before, and I'm not going to go deep into it, but I will say I believe there's bad apples in every bunch. Just like there are some crooked cops, I believe there are some crooked CPS workers. I will say that. But I do not believe as a whole CPS is corrupt. I do not believe the police in a whole is corrupt. Okay? At the end of the day, we need both of those organizations. We need the police to serve and protect, and we need CPS to protect and help these children when they have no places to go, when they're being abused, neglected. We need these organizations. So the only thing I can honestly think of is if these few bad apples in these organizations, what we could possibly do is, like I said, you can report it, and then they'll investigate possibly, and then when they investigate, that'll help get them up out of there, whoever the bad apples is. But I do not believe as a whole CPS and the police is corrupted. Like I said, I've ran across some good police officers and I've ran across some bad police officers. And the good outweighs the bad in my book. Okay, I have to think positive. We have to move positive. We have to go about things. There's law and order, and there's ways to go about things. There's always ways to go about things, smart ways to go about things. And Google can be your best friend. But I'm also going to say that, I actually encountered a conversation with somebody alleged with CPS from California, and they was very sweet. I talked to them yesterday on the phone, and somebody affiliated with CPS yesterday, and I called, and they called me back like 24 hours later, and they was very sweet. They're very good on investigating. They was very thorough. They was very patient. They was very they critiqued everything to make sure everything was done professional. So they sounded professional in my view, and they was taking care of, they was doing the investigations that they was doing. I'm not going to speak on the investigation that they are doing, but I spoke to an affiliate of CPS yesterday, and they sounded very professional. They took everything very serious. So like I said, it's just, and this was in California, okay? So like I said, it just depends on who you come in contact with and your disposition, and how you came in contact with the organization. A lot of people that do not like CPS is because they've had bad experiences with CPS. And that's okay. You're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to your feelings. You're entitled to your opinion on CPS. And there are some people out there that has came in contact with CPS and they had a great experience with CPS. So like I said, it varies, from person to person. And you're free to agree to disagree. And everybody's free to have their own opinion. We all are made different. Okay, but a lot of people who have had a issue with CPS, personally, they are, towards against CPS. And the people who had contact with CPS that had a good experience with CPS are, they agree with CPS and they're for CPS. So like I said, it all differs. But I wanted to bring you guys myself some information from online. This is Google. Everybody can Google it. And I pulled this up. So, and this is California, okay, Child Protective Services. And it says, what are your rights against CPS in California? So parents and caregivers can deny any allegations made by CPS. Throughout the 18-month-long investigation, you have the right to an attorney. Parents also have the right to attend all court hearings regarding your case, even if the children are taken away. So you have a right to an attorney, period. Okay? Even if your kids get taken away, you have a right to fight to get your kids back. You have a right to deny any allegations. Now, if they're sitting there with proof and photos and all these documentations, you really can't fight that, but you can do what you can to, if you really love your kids and want your kids back, you can do everything you can to go through the steps that they're going to take you through for whatever the wrongdoing that you may have done. If you've done any wrongdoing, they'll take you through the steps to correct it so you can get your kids back. All right. If they found any documentation against you. Okay. Child Protective Services, there's a major system of intervention of child abuse and neglect in California. Existing law provides for services to abused and neglected children and their families. The Child Protective Services goal is to keep the children in his or her own home when it is safe, and when the child is at risk, to develop an alternate plan as quickly as possible. So the Child Protective Services are there to help. They're supposed to be there to help you to keep the child with the parent, with the mother/father. Their job is to keep the child at home. Now, if it's an environment that is not safe, where there's abuse, neglect, or whatever, then that's not made for the child to be there. It's not safe for the child to be there. Okay? Also, let me go ahead and state this. If you suspect that a child has been or is in a danger of abuse or neglect, contact the County Children's Protective Services 24-hour emergency response phone. You may also contact the police or county sheriff. When a referral is received, the social service staff obtains facts from the person making the referral to determine if the referral alleges abuse, neglect, or exploitation. The emergency response staff determines if an in-person response is indicated. Whenever a report indicates the need for protection, Child Protective Services will accept the case, intervene in the crisis if required, apply family preservation and support services for some families, access or identify the problems, gather facts, clarify the problems, plan and provide services, set goals, identify resources and time frames. They document the case, terminate the case, or transfer it to another program. Approximately 12 months of services are provided to children who remain safely in the home while the family receives services. If it is determined that a child cannot remain in the home, even with family preservation and support services, then foster placement is arranged in the most family-like setting that is located close to the parent's home, consistent with the best interest of the child. And that is the main goal, is the best interest of the child. Okay? For whom? So these services are available to children and their families when children are victims of or at risk of abuse, neglect, exploitation, or parental absence. California law defines child abuse as any of the following. This is California law. A child is physically injured by other than accidental means. A child is subjected to willfully cruelty or unjustifiable punishment. A child is abused or exploited sexually. A child is neglected by a parent or caretaker who fails to provide adequate... To provide adequate food, clothing, shelter, medical care, or supervision. Okay? So, I want y'all to think about what I just said. Hold on one second. Y'all, I bought a new phone and it's like my charger's already not. It's acting really weird. Okay, there it goes. All right, so let's go on to the next thing. So community members have an important role in protecting children from abuse and neglect. If abuse is suspected, a report should be filed with qualified and experienced agencies that will investigate the situation. The California State Child Abuse Reporting Law provides the legal basis for action to protect children and to allow intervention by public agencies if a child is being abused. Like I said, we stand for the children. We stand for the children. Once again, I'm going to say it again. We stand for the children, the victims, okay? That's what everybody should be standing for. 5 things CPS can legally do. A CPS investigation can last up to 18 months. During this time, there are some things that CPS might attempt. If you're unsure about the legality of how CPS is conducting an investigation, you can always call a lawyer to get legal advice on the situation. So you can always call a lawyer, or you can always Google or search. Just do your research. Okay? Just do your research. All right? CPS must investigate every claim that's made, even if it's false. This is frustrating for a lot of parents and caregivers as the claims can be completely falsified or taken out of context. However, investigating a claim isn't a suggestion or a policy, it's the law, and every claim must be taken seriously. I've known a few people that people get mad, a few friends of mine, or whatever in general. I've known people get mad at them and they may call CPS. So what they do is they have to come out. Even if it's a false claim, they have to do a investigation. Once they do an investigation, they will be able to either close the case or remain it open if it's found it true. Okay? Almost 5 children die from child abuse every day. And we know that is true. Why? Because we do these cases. We bring these cases to the forefront all the time, almost every day. So we know that that's accurate about 5 children dying from a child abuse every day. So many kids are dying right now. So CPS is an organization that is needed. What will we do without it? Like I said, if there are bad apples, because there are bad apples everywhere, they need to be reported on and weeded out. At the end of the day, this organization isn't going anywhere because it's needed. Regardless, parents should still know their rights and how to conduct themselves during the investigation. Parents have a right to know all the claims made in the investigation. Often, many parents have claims made against them that are true, but the parents are seeking to directly harm their children. Parents are human and make mistakes or have misunderstandings too. I've said that before in one of my past videos. Parents, there's not a handbook on how to be a parent. Parent makes mistakes. It's your job that when you make a mistake to try to correct it and never do it again. It's a problem if that parent is continuously repeating the same mistake. Then that's a problem. CPS social workers recognize that some claims can be explained through cultural, religious, or economic differences. Okay? This is also why if CPS believes parents do have good intentions for their children, they'll offer resources for parents. Possibly parenting classes, certain things of that nature, whatever they may see that whatever you have issues with, they'll offer resources for you to help you so your child can remain in your care. CPS may also demand that a parent follow a plan of care and action. All right? CPS can talk to your child without your permission. This comes as a shock to a lot of parents, but CPS can legally talk to your child alone. If the abuse allegations are quite serious, CPS may attempt to speak with the child before they talk to you. Parents may question the legality of this, however, it prevents kids from being coerced into saying something false to protect abusers. Kids can be threatened or worse by abusive parents about CPS investigation. CPS social workers are trained to understand the complexities of any family dynamic. If parents are worried about their children saying something that may incriminate them, remember that CPS social workers must look beyond just the surface level. If your social worker does use something out of context, call a lawyer to know your legal actions, okay? CPS can also show up to your home without notice. Unannounced visits are very common in cases with extreme or violent allegations. Even if the claims are too serious, you may not find about an investigation until CPS social worker arrives. Some parents may expect to have a visit at some point, but may not know when. Okay? If you're not at home when the CPS worker arrives, they will leave contact information so you can schedule another time visit. All right, CPS can ask you nosy and invasive questions. CPS might ask you questions that seem irrelevant to your case. These questions are not accusations. During the investigation, CPS will want to cover everything. Okay? That's it. But I just wanted to, basically bring this to you guys so y'all can get a general idea of what the laws are, what you can do if you feel like you've been wronged by CPS. But like I said, CPS is an organization and their job is to help be there for the child and do what's best for the child. And their goal is to try to keep the child at home. They don't want to take your children away. They don't just want to go in and take your children. They want to do whatever is best for you. Now, sometimes, you may get a funky caseworker here and there. Yes, you may. But they have a supervisor. And then that supervisor has a supervisor over them. There's levels to this. So you have to know your laws and everything of that nature. But I do not believe that CPS in a whole is corrupt. I do not police officers and sheriff's office are corrupt either. Okay? Now, like I said, I just wanted, because like a lot of people are staying in different states that's on YouTube and, may not know or what's everything that's going on. But I wanted to do this video so you can get a better understanding and also look outside the box here. That, like I said, when a CPS comes to your house, you can get an attorney. If you have any questions, you can ask them. You can appeal every decision that is made by CPS. That's a government agency. So you need to know your rights. And that's why I want to bring this to you guys. Because, like I said, if you felt you was being wronged by any way, no matter who you are, you have a right to a lawyer. Okay? And you have a right to appeal every decision. But most of the times, like I said, when CPS remove children, they remove children for a serious situation. They might have tried to do resources and resources did not work. Sometimes the abuse may be too ferocious, too violent, to where they have to remove the child for safety reasons. But CPS does not just remove children for no reason just because they got time, when they barely have no places to keep these children. There is a lack of foster homes for these children. There's a lack of a lot of things for these children. All right. So thank y'all. Make sure y'all thumbs up the video. Like, share, subscribe, hit the post notification bell so you'll know every time I come through with another video. Okay. If you have any questions, statements, whatever, please leave them in the comment sections below. Real quick, I will go ahead and now I will be moving on to the Cal City Missing Boys. I will be answering a few questions. One moment, please. All right. So I'm back. So here we got pinned right here, Sugar Mama 28. Hey, how are you? You don't sugarcoat. You keep it 100. What the hell is going on with these people to be abusing kids? They really need to throw away for real. Keep up the good and faith. Thank you, Sugar Mama 28. Victoria Tolbert. Good morning, Queen. Good morning to you, Victoria. Suzanne Krishan. I'm guessing there was domestic violence in the home. It's disgusting. Hope Florida seeks a death penalty. Yes, I agree, Susan. I believe that child was beaten by Tyrone before. In that case, I believe he was beaten before. And I don't believe that was the first time he hit that child. Bang Tidy says, hold on. Didn't Miss Wanda say in our eyes they were good parents? Why would she say were? Doesn't that mean in past tense? Shouldn't it have been they are good parents? Please correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, Bang Tidy, I see where you're going with that, and I agree. Maybe she's speaking in past tense because they don't have the kids anymore. Because all the kids are removed right now. So maybe she's speaking on that. Or maybe she could be speaking on at one time they was good parents. And things got too hard, too rough, too hard for them. For Trezelle and Jacqueline. And they decided to take matters into their own hands. So it's very possible. to look at it either way. Little Miss Smithy, bio mom got her baby somewhere, and okay, thank you for your comment, Little Miss Smithy. So she feels that bio mom got her baby somewhere. There are a few people that honestly feel like the bio mom does have her children. Like I said, that's a possibility because we don't have any idea where these babies are. We have no idea where these kids are. Declan Manning, I think you might be writing your assessment, Queen, by what you say. It seems this time the beating ended in murder. I agree, Declan. Tumbleweed 249, thank you for commenting on Orrin and Orson West. I helped search the night the boys were reported missing. My heart hurts for those babies. Where are the boys? Exactly, Tumbleweed. Thank you for going out there searching for Orrin and Orson. Thank you so much. Night Owl said, great commentary, Queen. I'm so tired of children being tortured and beaten to death. We have to protect our babies. The baby didn't deserve any of this in which Tyrone inflicted upon him. I don't understand why people don't value human life anymore. I definitely hope the Cal City babies are found soon. Keep being your resilient self, Queen. Thank you, Night Owl. Thank you, baby. The pretty baby elephant, I'm sorry. The people that harm or kill these children should taken care in the same fashion and die in the same fashion. I totally agree with you. I feel that whatever you do to a child, it should be done to you. So you will know how it feels. And it's not going to feel so good when it's done to you. Stop hurting these children. Stop it. Esther Abusio. CBS Sacramento is a source for the story. I can't stand this violence against children. It's heartbreaking. 2 more black babies hurt. I agree with you, Esther. Gail Thornberry says, there is a video that says nothing but shows pictures of Trezell and Wanda West and Miss Thomas, and other it says bring the boys back, but it doesn't speak, it just shows pictures. Okay. I think I was looking for that, Gail Thornberry. Thank you for commenting. Alrighty. Esther Busio says, oh, and Quinny wasn't even the father. Right. He was the girlfriend's boyfriend. Correct. Queen, yesterday in West Sacramento, California, a man beat a baby to death at a motel, and her 3-year-old brother is in critical condition. He is from Sacramento. He was arrested today. Okay, thank you, Esther. I will look that up, and make sure y'all just send prayers to all these children that is hurt and suffering from all this explicit abuse. Irish Spirit Eye says, my heart, no. Thank you for commenting, Irish. Exactly. It's very sad, and it'll make you really sick. Marine says, oh my God, so sad, poor angel. Thank you for commenting, Marine Julie McGrath. Donna LaSala says, sick in my head, so sad. Yes, this is very, 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 very sad. And it's very unfortunate that all this is just like going around. Declan says, that man sounds like a monster. Maybe he was high and went berserk. I agree, Declan, because I think the man might have been drunk or high or something and went too far this time. But I have like this feeling that he possibly beat that child before. And what I'm speaking of right now is the case I did yesterday. The video I uploaded yesterday. That's what people are talking about. But like I said, thank y'all for commenting, like, share, and subscribe. I love all of you guys. I love my old subscribers. I love my new subscribers. And yes, still praying for a return or the bodies of Orrin and Orson are found. We have not forgot about you. That's why I answer questions every time I upload a video. Or whatever I do speak about another case, I still pay my respects to Orrin and Orson in that case because that's still an open investigation, and we still want the boys returned and found safely soon. Sooner than later. It's already been going into 2 months, and we don't know anything. We still don't know. There's little to know in this case. So I will be back with another video tomorrow. Thank y'all. I love y'all so much. And y'all just keep praying for Orrin and Orson, praying for their safe return. Hashtag where are the boys? Hashtag justice for Orrin and Orson. Because this is sad. These babies was failed from birth to now. And it's just sad. They were failed. They never had a freaking chance. And it's just sad. It's sad. They didn't have a chance. And they're innocent little children. They can't fend for themselves. They can't fend for themselves. So that's what bothers me the most, is that they're little bitty people. They can't do too much. And they're just gone. 2 children don't just disappear off the face of the earth. They don't. All right? Well, I'm going to say thank you guys for commenting. Thank y'all for the likes, the shares. Like I said, like, share, subscribe. I love you guys so much. Thank y'all for subscribing. And like I said, I'll be back tomorrow with another video. But I really wanted to bring y'all the CPS information because it's very important to know something about CPS instead of just running with, the hype or whatever, or going off of your experience or your feelings. It's also good to know certain things, and because everybody doesn't know. All right. But like I said, there's laws. Everyone has rights. Everyone has rights. If you feel like you are wronged, you have a right to an legal attorney. All right? You can get an attorney. And if the attorney finds any wrongdoing, your case can be reversed. All right? And if you don't get an attorney, then that means you don't see no problem with it, with whatever the decision is. You have to appeal a decision. But to avoid all of that, take care of your children. Stop abusing and neglecting your children. Stop letting anyone else abuse and neglect your children. That would avoid it altogether. Love your children, because you never gonna know if they're gonna be here today, gone tomorrow. The way this world is, you don't know what's gonna happen, because this world is sick. It's too much evil people out here. Love on your children. They are a product of you. Love them. Don't hurt them. And I respect the parents that can't take care of their children, so they give them to a family member or foster care or whatever. I respect that parent, because that parent that acknowledges that they can't provide for their kids or they can't take care of them and it's too much, they rather give them away so they can be loved, nurtured, and they could abuse them, and they don't. They give them away. So I respect that. I understand that. Because the other option would be for them to be staying with the parent that can't provide for them, and then they end up neglected and abused. So you have to be open-minded and look at it from all sides of the situation. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.